Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Pyatt and welcome to my YouTube channel. My goal is to help as many martial artists as possible in their journey and study of Jiu-Jitsu, whether you're a complete beginner or an experienced martial artist. I do videos every Friday, so if you like and enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe to get more just like it. This week we are going to have a little look at some exercises designed to help you with one of the most tricky ukemi waza or breakfalling techniques there is, which is the flip. So this week's video, Jay is going to help me out because he's at the position where he's just about learning to flip with some basic techniques like kote gaeshi or shihonage or shihonage. And so it's important that you take the transition from doing your basic shoulder roll into being able to flip. So hopefully this video is going to give you 3 basic exercises that you can build on each other in order to get you to the point where you're confident to then do your flip and work with a partner. So I hope you find this video useful. You can check out more of our videos looking at ukemi waza and exercises for that by clicking the links at the end of the video. Okay, so the challenge first of all, if Jay starts with his right leg forward, so obviously the precursor, the kind of prior knowledge for this is a basic shoulder roll. So if Jay does a basic shoulder roll, what we would want to do is be able to do that confidently and be able to come up and turn one more time. And remember really simple things, don't forget to take your guard up so you've got good zanshin, etc. So we're going to take the leap now from the basic shoulder roll into a flip. So what we're going to do first is we're going to build it up gradually, because one of the biggest barriers with this technique is a psychological one. People look at the flip and think, there's no way I'll be able to do that. But you can, you just need to start from the ground up. So the way we start is we start with just a bag. And all Jay's going to do first of all is do the exact same thing that he's just done on the bag. So one time. Now the extra bit that we need to do is as Jay goes over, he needs to break fall. So I'm going to show you this position. So as he goes over, this time he's going to stop. So he does the break fall and freeze. So as we get to this position, we want to make sure that we're landing on our side and this hand is doing a nice sharp break fall, because that's going to be really important to slow us down. One more time. Good. So once you're happy with that, one bag is quite low. And so what the idea is that we're building towards is that when you do your flip, you're imagining you're doing your shoulder roll, but rather than doing it along the floor, in your mind's eye, imagine that you're doing it along like a raised stage. So we build up a little bit more. Now, first we would do this exact same thing, but once we're happy with that, by the time you get to this height, what you can start to do is to not rely on the bag. So this time as Jay goes over, he's going to try and not touch the bag as much, just go a little bit higher, still not too high, still just like a gentle shoulder roll. Try again. And by this point, one more time, it's really crucial again that the hand is coming and stopping the break fall nice and sharp. Now if as you do this, you drag the bag too much, obviously just reset it, but try not to touch the bag too much. The next stage, you guessed it, so you're a little bit higher. Okay, and one more time. And again, we want to try and not touch the bag at this point. Okay, so we're just using it to get our hand into position and then take it over. Okay, so we can build that. You may want to do 4, you may want to practice that for a little while before moving on. So, as the next step, we're going to use this time a partner. So we're going to do the same drill again, but this time what the partner is going to do is go into all fours, and we're going to use the torso as a support. So we're going to start to use our partner as a support, because when the throw happens, quite often the opponent is still holding on to you, so we're going to utilise that. So I'm going to go to this position. Jay's going to do the same thing, but feed the arm through. So as he approaches, his hand goes through, and he still gets that side break fall. And so if he needs to hold on a little bit tighter or use me for support, that's totally okay. And then once we're happy with that, we don't want to go one stage further. So what we then start to do is a nice simple way of doing it is take it as if you've got a good handshake. The person supporting 10 hands to the side and starts to lift the elbow up. So the break roll is going to flow from the elbow. So what Jay imagines at this point is he's still got that little stage in front of him. As we go over, I support with this right hand. And just give a little gentle pull up, just to give him some support. Once you're a little bit happy with that, then you can start to change direction. So we can come this way, And so what Jay is doing at this point is just getting used to following the throw, which is really important. So if the punch comes, and I'm going to throw him this way, and I need him to flip, Jay has to turn into the technique. If he doesn't, if he stays that way, then that's when he's just going to fall straight back onto the top of his neck. So if we turn, he turns into the throw, this is the position we're in. There's a basic, we do it this way, we're here, we're like this. So the next drill is we start to put it into a punching technique. So we start to circle, we turn to face, and then over. And as I'm doing this, I'm gradually removing my support. So I'm not, at this point, holding Jay anymore, I'm just not even gripping him, okay? So one more time, we can just enter and coming through. Once we've practiced that, and we're confident, we can start to use it in some of our techniques. So for example, we might have our wrist throw, and we turn out. So again, Jay looks where he's going, and I'm gonna make sure at this point that as I do the throw, I'm going to bring his elbow into his centre. I'm not just going to stretch his arm away. So I'm going to help with that spiral. And that's really important actually, so the technique forces Jay over and it isn't just him flipping. If I just stretch like this, there isn't really a reason for him to flip. I'm going to force him over by driving that back into him. Okay, and one more time. So, just building up. Flipping shouldn't be a difficult or complicated skill. Just build it from the ground up. Start with the bags, one at a time, and then once you've got to that position, use your partner. There are other variations of ways you can use your partner to support. Simply holding onto your partner's arm and just coming through is a nice variation, but holding the hand and using that action of the circle is a really helpful thing for beginners when they're first starting out. So if you have any questions on how to develop your flips or that type of ukemi, or you want to look at any other type of ukemi in the future, don't forget to put questions or ideas down in the comments below. I'll try and get back to you as quick as I can. If you like this video, guys, don't forget to subscribe to get more like it, and you can check out more of our videos by clicking the link here, here, or here, and you can subscribe by clicking the button on the bottom right hand corner. See you next week.